Hello. Today I'm going to talk about something that's a little bit tricky and kind of personal to talk about. But I want to talk about when people criticize you. And I'm not just talking about people criticize you as an author, as a writer, although I certainly want to address that. But I'm talking about when people criticize you even like as a person. And this is something that I've obviously experienced through my years of blogging and going to different functions and being a public speaker and meeting lots of people and doing lots of different interviews and making a lot of friends and like not so friends along the way. I have come across a lot of criticism, and it can be everything from what you say to what you wear to how you present yourself to how you live your life. And people can be, nitpicky sometimes. I'm sure that most of them have the best of intentions when they criticize something that you do or say or wear or act, but it can still hurt, and you can still feel, at least I personally have gotten criticized for different things in the past, and it really does give you this sort of sense of, oh, I am a terrible person, I'm absolutely awful, I need to somehow fix this right away, or it can make you angry, and I've experienced both. And I just sort of want to talk about how we're supposed to deal with criticism, because if you're going to be a writer or an author or a public figure, it's something that you're going to come across. It's something that I am always going to be coming across, and I've accepted that. I know that there will always be people who will have negative things to say about me, and it's okay, because I've learned so much ever since my first ever, negative comment a long time ago. But I guess the first thing that I've learned when people criticize me is, number one, I don't deserve to be complimented or to be, to have anyone say anything good about me at all. I mean, at the end of the day, I am a terrible person. I may have my moments of niceness or sweetness or cleverness or whatever, but at the end of the day, I screw up so badly all the time, and I sin, and I have anger towards people, and I say the wrong thing, and I have done absolutely nothing that's worth like I said, being complimented or someone thinking good of me for. So if I view my life in that regard, that anything good that people see in me is Christ in me and not me myself, then I really can't be mad when people see the not so good things in me. And if someone is to point out something that's a negative quality of mine, then, hey, you know what? I have a lot of negative qualities. It's part of being a sinful human being. But at the same time, even though I realize that there's nothing good in me that people should be pointing towards, I also realize that by the grace of God, I have the ability and the strength to be able to see the good in others, even if others may not always see the good in me. And I'm able to forgive people and able to compliment people and to try to build each other up and try to encourage others. And so I think that's just a really beautiful thing, is realizing, I don't deserve people to say nice things about me, but I can still look at others and I can still see the beauty in others. I think also you have to realize that everyone makes mistakes. I mean, it's just that simple. And sometimes if you're being criticized about something, you really do have to ask yourself, am I just being mad at this person for no reason at all for criticizing me, or did I honestly make a mistake here that needs to be looked at and that needs to be regarded for what it is? And a lot of times I have seen my own sins and what people have pointed out to me, and I'll see something and I'll say, you know what? That person's right. That was a mistake. I should never have said that or done that. And even though it hurts, and even though it stings my pride, and I'm a Southern gal, I have a lot of pride, but sometimes I need to get knocked down, and sometimes I need people to point stuff out to me in order to realize, you know what, yeah, that was a mistake, and hopefully I'll never do that again, and thank you for pointing it out to me. I think that a really hard thing is when people try to criticize my writing or my work or something that I've done, and I think that's something that really helps me, and hopefully this will help you if someone criticizes your work, is to realize that because I'm an imperfect being, everything that I ever create is going to be imperfect too. I mean, by the grace of God, I can create something that's good and that's of, value and that can touch or heal people. But at the end of the day, it's going to have mistakes and it's not going to be perfect. And I have to be okay with that because I'm a human, and that's part of, this world that we're living in. And nothing's perfect. And so if someone catches one of the imperfect parts about my book or about my blog or my stories, then you know what? There's probably a lot more that they're missing because I'm not a perfect person and everything that I create is going to have flaws in it. But it's been a long process of being able to accept criticism and being able to accept people saying negative things about you. I haven't always had an upbeat attitude about it. I've cried before about things or felt hurt or angry or embarrassed. But I think that God is just really showing me through time that this is something that if you're going to be an author, if you're going to be a public, in the public light, it's something you have to learn to deal with, and it's something you have to learn to grow from. And so hopefully for those of you who are aspiring to be authors or bloggers or public speakers or anything like that, hopefully you won't be able to make all the same mistakes that I make when I first started dealing with criticism. And hopefully you'll be able to view it as just people's comments that are pushing you in a way that you can grow to be more like Christ and to be a better person, a more loving person, and forgiving person, and to just come out better because of it. So those are my thoughts on criticism, and hopefully the next time that I'm about to criticize someone, I'll just be able to remember all the different things that I've learned about it, and I'll be able to hold my tongue. And hopefully you will too. But let me know if you have any questions about this, or if it's something that you've dealt with. I would like to hear other people's opinions. And I will see y'all again soon.